Now we're going to analyze Thean thesis paper. You may have a question about what is this Thean thesis. Probably don't understand it. It has open a Thean thesis outline, and I would analyze that for you. It's here. It's located here. Open this file, and soon we will analyze this sample. What is a Thean thesis? A Thean thesis is to combine the ideals of more than one source with your own. It's a little bit hard to understand. Let us read here key features of a Thean thesis. First of all, you need to report the information. Right? You need to organize so that readers could immediately see where information from the source overlap. Did you see the keywords? Keywords of the Thean thesis is overlap. And you need to make sense of all the sources. You need to make your readers understand it. Right? Then let us look at the structure of the Thean thesis. Intro, concluding, no problem. So there are some important part of Thean thesis, that is be sure that each paragraph should begin with a sentence or paraphrase that inform readers of the topic of the paragraph. This is actually something like a starting sentence, right, of a body paragraph, and includes information from more than one source. Okay, I have a question here. I would explain to you later. And clearly indicates which material comes from which source with the transition and the topic sentence in text in citations. I would explain all your questions in this sample. Oh, no plagiarism. Yeah. Show the similarity or difference between the different sources and make the paper as informative as possible. Represents the text fairly. Changing what the source says, I will explain to you later, and includes your own analysis of the source. These are important points for body paragraphs of Thean thesis essays. Alright, let me explain to you now. I do not close this PDF because we will use it soon. This is a great sample of Thean thesis paper. Alright, let me analyze step by step for you. And also, in any writing, in any essay, any paper of your writing, before officially writing it, you need to read a sample and analyze like what I am doing now. Right? Let me make the size a little bit smaller. And how about the size in this? I like this purple color. Lately, the discussion of doctor-assisted suicide has been a controversial issue among people. This is what? This is attention getter, or you could say it is for catch readers' eyes, right? Many people are against the idea of doctor-assisted suicide. Against is something like counter-argument, point of view, correct? Or you could say opponent. Opponent's view, correct? And why? Because these people claim it would be unethical, dangerous, and would be abused explain why these people, why these opponents against it. Correct? However, this is a great keywords. Others say that doctor-assisted suicide is sensible, fair, and safe, as well as part of a person's self-rights to end their own lives. Then, let us have one line here, as well as here. We would back to analyze it soon. The Oregon Death with Dignity Act, passed in 1993, concerns many people of the former, as they say it's often abused and dangerous. However, there are many safeguards that do well to prevent the abuse over this act. This is also opponent's view, correct? And as is an important signal words. It actually explained why the act passed, right? However, as well, keywords. There are many safeguards. Oh, we read this sentence already. Let us have one line here. Okay. And then although, did you notice this is a very good signal words for a thesis? Although thesis, right? Although, what does it mean? It means opponent's view, but, right? But the writer think it's fair and reasonable that should be allowed in case of unbreathable and terminal illnesses, and is part of a person's self-rights. So when you are writing your essay, mock this style. Opponent point 1, point of view 1, opponent point of view 2, reason 1, reason 2, and some people would argue the opponent, right? Also, some people would argue the opponent. Then let's see the intro. We done the intro and analyzing. Let us move to the second body paragraph. Actually, before each essay is analyzed, I wish you could divide it into several parts. Like this is intro, right? Body 1, body 2, body 3, body 4, body 5. Oh, body 5 is actually conclusion, right? Then so how many body paragraphs does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 body paragraphs, right? 1 intro, 4 body paragraphs, and 1 conclusion. Let us go on for the first body paragraph. Great keywords. Although many people claim that physician-assisted suicide is an unethical process, but we cannot write about here. You know the reason. There are those who believe that denying the request is unethical. Let us return to the introduction. As you read here, did you find there is a word unethical? It repeated here, ethical. Did you get my point? This word until here, this key topic sentence, right? is actually the repeating of these sentences. Let us go on reading. The process of letting people slowly die in agony rather than quickly and much less painfully. This is the writer's own analysis, right? And then from here there is a quotation mark until here, that is other people's ideal. So the writer combined, connected, okay? His own analysis with other people, with you could say with references. Ideal. This is a quotation, not a paraphrase. And until here, it explained, it introduced you. Who is this person? It would make reader feel extremely authentic, correct? Of the reference, of the people, you could say, referenced people's words. Authentic. So when you are writing your paper, after connecting your own analysis with the references ideal with the correct quotation in text quotation style, then you also need to introduce the people, the referenced people. What is his status? He's a psychologist and the founder of the Psych Central. This is what you should do. And then explains that a doctor's primary job is to relieve suffering, and that physicians should help and the individual maintain their dignity by allowing them to choose to end their own suffering. Until here, let us return back to this PDF. Did you find that these words, these sentences clearly indicates which materials comes from which source using transitions and a topic sentence and in text citations? Do they have transitions? Yes, it does, right? Does it have topic sentence? For sure, here's a topic sentence. Does it have in-text citations? Or you could say quotations. Of course, quotations. So I say if you have a question here, I would explain to you here, correct? So we're done with this part. Let us move. This person compares terminal illnesses to being imprisoned. Both are a painful experience that no person wants to go through. Let us have a question here. What is the purpose of this sentence? Then, it's not unethical to require life-ending medication when there is nothing more that a person can do. This is actually the writer's own analysis. And then this person, the director, did you find It's the same here, right? Correct? This is the introduction of the people, of the referenced people, okay? Make the whole essay more authentic. Then he explains that a person may want to end their life when they can no longer participate in things they enjoy due to their unfortunate conditions. And then here is a quotation, correct? Quotation from this person. This is actually a paraphrase, you know, correct? Paraphrase this person's words. So let us turn back to this one. This is also paraphrase, I think. Or you could say summary of Gropius ideal. All right. As you read here, let us return back to this PDF. It's more than one source. Is that more than one source? Of course, more than one source, correct? Let us move our reading. Pope is this person. Pope goes on to describe the many safeguards that the Organ Death with Dignity Act has, all of which must be done to even